Good morning. If you are watching, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, on notifications, drop your comments, like and share. Breaking news from the USA. There is tension in the north as the USA is set to release the names of terrorist sponsors across Africa. It has sent a shockwaves in the northern part of Nigeria, even in some African countries. Donald Trump has vowed that I'm a Christian, I will release the name of terrorist sponsors across Africa, and I will end terrorism. Like what we saw in Somalia, how Donald Trump military airstrike struck Somalia. He has promised the same thing across Africa. If you are watching, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, on notifications, drop your comments, click the like button, like, and then share with others. The Waymaker, tension in the north, Donald Trump will release the names of terrorist sponsors in Nigeria. Is that a welcome development?
Yes, thank you so much, everyone, for having me. One of the best channels that we are proud of you. You are doing well. Of course, we are very happy, excited for Donald Trump to do the needful. Don't forget, under Buhari government, in Arab, Saudi Arabia, the name ceased because of Boko Haram to Nigeria. UAE, sorry, United Arab Emirates. 10 Nigerians, the 6 people who are using Burundi chain to sponsor Boko Haram. But Buhari left office. Buhari shaded these people. He did not expose these people to Nigeria. Maybe by now, the issue of Boko Haram and the bandits will have become over in Nigeria. But we don't know why Buhari decided to keep them. Maybe he's part of them. That's why he refused to hide these people's name. We don't know. But thank God that Donald Trump, a man who does not take nonsense from anybody, whoever you are, is ready now to expose these few greedy politicians in the north who think that they have the monopoly to destroy this country. Yes, I keep saying it that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will keep vindicated on a daily basis, and that's why you see average Fulani men, they don't want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out because he's the only man that they cannot use money to buy. Don't forget, average Igbo men you are seeing in the southeast, they are governors, they are doing this thing. These people have used money to buy them over. They have sealed their mouth, they cannot talk. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the only Igbo man that the Fulanis and the corrupt politicians cannot buy over. And that's why you see they are tormenting that man under the DSS custody. So what am I trying to say in essence is that Donald Trump, I know that he will do the needful. He will expose them. And once he exposes them, once they expose them, everywhere will bust. As we have said, what he has done in what do you call
Somalia.
Somalia.
Yes. Military strike.
He will repeat it in Nigeria again. Let me tell you the reason. Read why I keep telling you that Nigeria should stop glorifying individuals. We should respect our institution. They will tell me I don't know what I'm saying. Buhari that destroy Nigeria institutions, that destroy our country to where we are now, that we cannot even get our country back in the next 50 years. Today now, we hear that he almost being killed by kidnappers, and he has run from Katsina, his ancestral home, to go and hide himself in Kaduna. RDB Buhari did the needful and protect our institution. Instead of his boss was busy glorifying how to glorify Buhari, they keep destroying our institution just the same way Tinubu is doing. I am not surprised about Tinubu government because Tinubu told us that he's going to start from where Buhari ends, and that's why Tinubu is in all he could do to damage the institution instead of protecting the institution. Right now, how many years with Tinubu we have to say? Give or take, he will spend 8 years. If he being elected at the second time, after 8 years he will go, another person will come. But the institution you will destroy, another person will come and start building for it. So for me, we are very happy that Donald Trump should expose these people.
But the question is that if the northern elders or the northern leaders, if they are sincere and they are innocent, why are they now afraid that Donald Trump may release the names of terrorist sponsors? Why do you think that they are afraid of this news coming from the US?
Read one. If you ask me why the Northerners are afraid, why was the Northerners afraid during the time of Jonathan, when Jonathan almost succeeded eliminating Boko Haram? Using Ikijerika, what did he call him? Ikijerika that time. When he used him, he almost defeated Boko Haram. The same Northern leader, they stood, they said Jonathan want to wipe away the North. And with the collaboration with Obama, and they flushed Jonathan out of government. And today we are where we are. Today, the same Northerners, they will tell you that Donald Trump's agenda is to come and finish the North. And that's why they are over in the North now, they cannot go to far. Where Boko Haram will be demanding 50 million money for them to be released. So for me, let them do the needful. Let them do the needful. Else, if they keep hiding the truth, they will destroy their region. But for you to, before I will go, I'm very happy as a middle belt man that we are happy we are no longer with them. If they lie, let them go and do anything. They have caused more mayhem, more damage in our region, in Niger, in middle belt, where they keep killing people in villages, they keep killing people in Benue State. So we are very happy. Let Donald Trump come for our rescue and do the needful.
Finally, as we are closing, 3 states have completely shut down their schools for Ramadan, and there's a question that is Nigeria an Islamic nation? What do you have to say about that?
My dear brother, it's just to confirm that Nigeria is now a fully Islamized nation, because this is the reason why a lot of us were shouting under Tinubu when Tinubu was contesting as a president with a Muslim ticket. Look at it now. And that's why this West here have stood against this monopoly, that they not think that they have the monopoly of forcing the West to have Sharia law. You that have been practicing Sharia law, what gain, what advantage does it bring to you? The answer is no. How can you force children to stay at home because of fasting is going on? Where is it done? The Arab world that introduced this religion to them, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, the rest of them, are they shutting down their schools? The answer is no. Where did this not turn? I was once a Muslim. Let somebody Muslim challenge me. Where is it written in the north, in the Quran, that when you are going to fasting, deprive children not to go to school, and I will hands up my case. For me, I think it's uncalled for. That's why you see the Southwest are not joining them to do this shenanigan. And the reason why these people are doing this thing, because monkey they work, babu they chop. They know at the end of the month, even if they work, they don't work. The allocation will be shared at the end of the month. They will go and collect their own. They can do without working 2 months. They will share. And that's why you see when Tinubu want to bring this tax reform bill, they all kick against it. If you allow this tax reform bill to stand there, they will not try this attitude, because when there is no school is not functional, you will agree with me that the economy will be down. Have you noticed it that when children are on holiday, the economy is always somehow. It doesn't, because when children go to school, they will enter motor, they will enter bike, they will buy things to eat in the school. Parents will go to market, buy food, children will eat. But when they are not going to school, all these things will be down. And that's why we are saying that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should summon courage. Even if you don't want the country to be divided, restructure this country. Let every region go so that we'll be productive. Prolonging the evil days, allowing us to be together like this, we are killing the country. This one is no longer a country where a doctor have to live here and go and be doing caregiver in UK. A doctor will leave Nigeria, go and be doing security work. Is this a country? Is this the country Awolowo fought for? Is this the country Azikiwe fought for? Is it this country Abiola fight for with all his blood till they deprive him, they buy him? Is it the country? Is it the democracy? That's why I'm surprised about Tinubu, who gave us a renewed hope. He said he come with Abiola mandate. Abiola is crying in the grave that Tinubu, you deceive people in my name, that you are bringing my mandate. But this is not the mandate I have for the people. Tinubu brought a economic policy that nobody knows the template. Investors cannot come into the country because they don't know the future of Nigeria. Go to no any investor that want to go into a country, the first thing they consider is the power. Look at our power sector. We hardly have light in Nigeria. The one we have, they are using bill. Many houses now, they can't even have light. Because
man rise started from there. Then transferred subsequently some of these things when Lord Lugard left Congo and came to Nigeria as Governor General under the British colonization. And he recognized, having served with Africa all the rest of his life in terms of colonization, obtaining report, and all that, he discovered that there were nomads, they called the Fulanese, majorly from Tota Jalon, the Gambia. They were nomads, traders, everywhere, Arabs. And they decided at that point in time to begin to plan on how to decimate the Igbo people.
But is that why the Igbos cannot accept Islam in general?
I am coming. Naturally, without Islamization, without traditional religion, naturally, the Igbo man believes in the Chi.
What is the Chi?
The Chi is somebody who made what man cannot make. That's what Igbo man believe. He calls his chi every day he wakes up in the morning. That means the Igbo man does not believe that human being is God. Human being cannot be able to create air, water, fire, sky. No. Anybody who does that becomes the chi. And that's the attribute that Igbo man has brought to his culture and tradition. And if you look at it very well, according to the British revelation at that time, it was discovered by certain colonial masters under missionary rule that the first ever democratic principle was being observed in Igbo land. I'm coming to the issue of Funta Jalon, the Fulani, and when in 1885, when this thing was being arranged, they moved back. You know, they decided to move this Lord, very Frederick John Lord Lugard, down to this part of the world. And Frederick Lugard brought the concepts of what he was able to see within East Africa, West Africa, North Africa. That experience, he mobilizes on getting to Nigeria and use Fulani agenda. Knowing that Fulani does not ask questions, the Hausa man does not ask questions. They do not question anything that they do not understand. But every other tribe, the Yorubas and the Hausas and the Igbos, they question the rationale behind every British decision as it stands, anytime, any day. And that was the basis of that. And based on that, they introduced and allowed Ottoman Dafodio Fulanis to conquer the north, the Hausas. Knowing fully well that the arrangement they have and the brief they have about Africa, West Africa, the Igbo people, has already been tendered in Berlin in 1885. That was why when it came to Nigeria issue, Frederick Lord Lugard understand very well that the only way to go is to empower the Fulanis in the north so that they be able to conquer the Igbo people and be able to take their resources. That was all. The Niger Dog was a company. Nigeria was sold to a company.
So are you saying that Nigeria is a company as a
company bought Nigeria now with money? Maybe 50 pounds or 200 pounds or 300 pounds. They bought Nigeria. Niger Dog bought Nigeria as a company, not as a nation in the first place. So the interest of getting it is to profiteer the British system. And the resistance, based on where the resources is located, is in the east. And they are finding it difficult, 35 good years, to penetrate the east. So to keep them in perpetual suppression and oppression, that was why they allowed the Fulanis, and the islamization agenda started from there.
So are you saying that Nigeria now looks like an Islamic nation?
I'm giving you an insight of what I mean by the agenda that came to a point that the likes of Chukwumansopu them, some of these people, Awolowo them and the rest of them, saw this thing as a major threat. That this thing is going to bring a menace to a nation that has just been given birth to hand over the structure of Nigeria to the Northerners is going to cause a lot of damage. And at the end of the day, Nigeria must not be able to run as a nation of justice and fairness, possibly arrogated to an archaic system of leadership. Those who practice monarchical system, does it still work for them? If you go to Britain, the Queen is the head, it's monarch, it's kingship. King Charles, King this, King that. In Igbo land, there is no king. Everything is ran through democratic settings, principles, units, connections. Age grade, that's how it's being run. Consultations, go and read things all apart, you will discover it there. So it became very difficult for the British system to penetrate, they discovered that the people that actually practice democracy are the Igbos. Because in everything, the king does not take decision alone by himself. He must consult more than 20, 30, 400 age grades. And anything they agree is final. And that's what democracy is all about. So when they were coming, they said, no, we don't want you. It took them 35 years. But in the north, it wasn't like that. So they now saw that this is an avenue, and they came and they sustained it. Even after the 1996 coup, the British still sustained and making sure that these people does not rise. You can see it in the Revelation. Awolowo, Aburi, everything was done to make peace. But one is saying that the British wanted it. The British supported the war because that has always been what they wanted to, because of what is there. And the Fulani, and they are using it to bring about the Fulanization agenda. Everything is coming gradually to an extent now. They are openly advocating it, even at the National Assembly. They are now telling you that Nigeria is no more a secular nation. That Nigeria is under the principles of political Islamization, Sharia law, and the rest of them. But constitutionally, Nigeria is a secular nation. Is Nigeria really a secular nation? Nigeria is not a secular nation. That is what it is after the Berlin Wall arrangement, and up to now, that agenda, of 1885 is still on to today. So when you see them shutting down schools, doing anyhow in the north, doing all number of things to the extent that Christians have been persecuted, arrested, and jailed in the north as a sort of Ramadan, that is what the society has become. That is what the Muslim ticket is all about. That is what the Hausas, the Yorubas, the Fulanis always wanted. It's unfortunate that they have fragmented the old Eastern region to their own benefit, and everybody have to pay the price. And you can see what is happening in River State. That is it. That is part of it. They will continue to make sure they have the struggle in that region and be able to begin to make sure that they have a foothold in that state. Let them go ahead. After we are hearing it, Eastwatch is in southwest Yoruba land. Boko Haram is in Yoruba land, and they are also advocating. With the Yorubas, are they going to reject the Sultan of Sokoto direction about Ramadan now? The Yoruba Muslims are they going to do that? They feel that they have gotten what they want in the Yoruba land, and the next target is going to be the Eastern Nigeria. There is many, many more reasons why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a big obstacle wherever they are, including Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is looking to another way, in facing the reality. He is a Muslim. Everybody must not be a Muslim, for crying out loud. I've not seen where Christians are dragging Muslims to go to church. I've never seen where Christians hate Muslims and dragging them to church. I've never seen. But you can always see killings of Christians in Nigeria as a result of religion. A governor shut down the entire school in a secular society. You didn't say those who want to stay during Ramadan, if you are not staying, those who want to go to school, go to school. You shut down, even arresting schools that are not having anything to do with Islam, shutting them down. That is the society we find ourselves, and that is what it has become. We must reject any plan to Islamize the entire people, or to begin to manipulate. I always watch something that is developing just for a week now between Macron and Donald Trump. I'm sensing something deeper, because at every point in time you are seeing Bola Ahmed Tinubu always in France, always in France, always in France, and everybody keep on wondering, what is Bola Ahmed Tinubu going to France always to do? Just 3 days ago, when Emmanuel Macron visited Donald Trump in his Oval Office, it was discovered that Emmanuel Macron actually conveyed a message from Nigerian federal government on how to Islamize Nigeria finally. Fortunately, it was rejected by Donald Trump. There was a lot of friction to that. There's a lot of clashes on why Nigeria should be Islamized using proxies like Emmanuel Macron to carry out such an agenda to have a global and international endorsement. They sold it to Donald Trump. He rejected it because he knew how they have been killing Christians for a very long time, and that is why the whole world is celebrating him wherever he is now, because even in London, Donald Trump was celebrated